And it's time to say hello to Emma James.
Hi there.
It's our Media Watch segment. Latest reactions to the Greek crisis. We now know that something, as Marcus was saying, has been put on the table for eurozone partners. How it's playing out, of course, every day there's a new surprise. Now we're hearing it could be in front of the Greek Parliament on Friday. The suspense is killing everyone, basically.
Yes, and the people who seem to be happiest about this scenario are the cartoonists, because it is a really rich seam for them to be mining. If we take a look at Christian Adams, his offering today is the last chance beer keller with Angela Merkel painted as a rather busty barmaid there in front of Alexis Tsipras, her rather worse-for-wear customer. And the little sign that she's pointing at reads, "Do not ask for credit, as refusal may offend." Hervé Baudry has been putting pen to paper on this one too. He's actually painted Angela Merkel as bad cop and François Hollande is there as good cop. So could François Hollande turn out to be the knight in a shiny suit for Greece? Well, according to the Times, that is entirely possible, because they say he is fundamentally the biggest supporter that Greece and Alexis Tsipras has. The Times says the president has cast France as the potential saviour of the eurozone. With the clock ticking, France is making frantic backstage efforts, and perhaps it's those that have paid off. They have, though, denied reports that they were actually helping to draw up the proposals with the new Greek finance minister. Now, another country that is also suddenly speaking out in favour of Greece is the United States. They've been keeping quite a distance from all this up until now. Just a couple of weeks ago, Barack Obama said this is essentially a European issue, and while we're watching it closely, we're not getting involved. Well, now the tone has changed. The White House is stepping up its warnings of the geopolitical and financial dangers involved of a potential Greek exit from the euro. Letting Greece go could mean a future of riots and chaos for Athens, they say. Now, the US Treasury Secretary Jacob Lew has said both sides are gambling with the stability of the global economy. So no longer are they considering this just a European issue. He adds that you wouldn't usually buy hundreds of billions of dollars of risk for just a few billion, really implying there that, hey, you should just let the debt go because the repercussions, if you don't, are so much greater.
And we heard the German finance minister joke about it this Thursday, saying that he'd offered Jack Lew a trade of Greece for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, of course, with its own problems. Looking back now at the terror attacks in Paris back in January, we have an eyewitness who's been going into detail about what happened inside that kosher supermarket.
Yes, because we've not heard a great deal about what happened exactly 6 months ago. The attack on the Jewish supermarket happened on the 9th of January, if you remember. It claimed the lives of 4 shoppers and ended in a hail of police bullets and the death of Ahmedi Koulibaly. Up until now, no survivors' accounts have been available because the French courts actually placed a gagging order on the hostages. But one gentleman called Andre has spoken to Vanity Fair. He did that back in March. It's now been published in the August edition in a very lengthy article about the rise of anti-Semitism in France. Now, if you don't have the time to read all of that, The Independent has basically looked at this account from the eyewitness. And what is quite chilling about this is the way in which Ahmedi Koulibaly seems to veer from being extremist and talking in the usual sort of extremist dogma to suddenly acting like a normal man. And this computer programmer, Andre, who escaped along with his girlfriend, says that when he told him, "This is the first time I've been to this kosher supermarket," Koulibaly's reaction was, "Wow, that's really unlucky." A very ordinary reaction in an extraordinary situation. Now, it may well be that Andre, who is something of a quiet hero, if you like, may have saved the lives of many more, because he actually did his best to keep Ahmedi Koulibaly calm, helped him upload his videos, which then gave the police crucial information about exactly what was going on inside that supermarket.
And we're going to finish. Please don't tell me we're going to talk about Johnny Depp's dogs again.
It's not Johnny Depp's dogs, but it is Johnny Depp in Australia.
Okay.
We have some images of him that we can show you now. He's paid a visit to a children's hospital in Brisbane in costume and definitely very much in full character as Cap'n Jack Sparrow. He is in Australia, of course, filming the latest movie in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And he's been wowing children at this hospital. It's not the first time he's done it. He says basically these kind of events turn into a 2 or 3 3-hour improvisation fest, and he absolutely loves doing it.
All right. Emma James, many thanks for that.